This experience of what we might call self, the stream of consciousness, actually is not born within us. It's not there, like bones and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The first forms of it are not evident until the child's about 4.
Mm-hmm.
So before that time, there are things that are happening that are necessary for this to happen.
Right, I see.
And it's a particular relationship, and I'm using the mother as a shorthand for the caregiver,
Yeah.
where she sets up a game with the child from the moment the child's born.
Yeah.
She might say when she sees the baby for the first time, hello, like the baby can talk to her and recognizes, so she's pretending she's playing a game, and she plays this game at a kind of conversation, and by about the age of 2 or 3 months, the baby can respond a bit, its face and its voice. So there's now a kind of a conversation going on, and her part in it is that she has a picturing function. She, in her voice, the shape of her voice, the expressions on her face, she gives pictures to the child of what that child's reality is, and connects with the child, and the child feels good.
Yeah.
And that's the emergence of the positive feeling, which is eventually a kind of illusion, this positive feeling.
Yes, I understand that.
And this sense of being connected somehow or other is now internalized by the child quite quickly. And so that in the middle of the second year of life, the child now and again is playing a game in which he or she looks as if they're totally oblivious of anybody else, that there's nobody else around.
Yeah.
And they're chattering, like to somebody else and to oneself.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship is now becoming internalized, and it's now becoming something like an illusion, and a necessary illusion which the child needs for its emotional health for the rest of its life.
For sure.
Put very simply, is that this kind of picturing function in early life is the essential element in trying to help this person get the sense of self going, as it were.
Makes complete sense. The image that I have coming up is the mirror, that the mother is the mirror, so that when she mirrors back to the child how much love she feels for the child in an ideal world, or the primary caregiver mirrors that back, that creates the sense of self. I am loved. My mother loves me. I'm a beautiful being, for instance.
Yes.
Would that be correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't use the word mirroring because it, to some extent, misleads people because of them into doing a replication, but it's not a replication because she does a bit more. Mm-hmm. She adds something in extra in her response, in her picturing, and so it's what I call analogical relatedness is the kind of form of relatedness that is necessary that I'm seeing to the creation or the recreation of this sense of self. So this stream of development, it's just one theme. The child doesn't do much of this play all by itself. A lot of the time it's chattering. Yeah. And so all that kind of chattering and discovery about the world, that's all necessary as well. But the people who've been damaged, they learn that very well. They're, in some ways smarter than other people. They're more vigilant, they're more aware of certain things. They can read people's faces often very well. Yeah. So the ordinary world of the social environment is in many cases relatively untouched. So people have been very damaged can appear to people as if there's nothing wrong with them. Right. Because they can manage in the world in this way. Yes. But then there's this deep hole, inside. Which which people call the black hole. And people something can go wrong that causes a memory, usually an unconscious memory of the past, and people get tripped back into the black hole, and it's suicide attempts, mutilation, all sorts of consequences.
Would I be correct in saying that it's sort of a hypervigilant state, really? So you're looking for expressions on people's faces, or you're in social situations where suddenly something happens and trigger back into the deep loss feelings, the blackness, the hole.
That feeling is the main thing. One of the problems about the background to this work is that during much of the 20th century, in scientific terms, the significance of feeling was cast aside. You know, that people would try to describe what was, you know, the sense of human existing in terms of logic and excluding feeling. But the feeling is the basis, isn't it? As you were saying.